What's the most you would ever pay for a tank? $1 million? 5 million? Maybe 10? Because the most expensive tanks on Earth today don't stop there. Some push past 15, even $20 million per unit. And among them, one tank stands at the top of the modern battlefield. This is the story of the Leopard 2A7, and why even compared to other ultra-expensive tanks like the American Abrams, the British Challenger, and the South Korean K2, it is considered one of the most advanced and survivable tanks ever built. But to understand why, we need to compare it to its rivals. Let's start with the numbers. The American M1A2 V3 Abrams costs around $17 to $19 million per unit. The British Challenger 3 upgrade program pushes costs beyond $15 million. South Korea's K2 Black Panther, one of the most high-tech tanks ever made, costs roughly $8 to $9 million, sometimes more depending on export versions. And the Leopard 2A7? Depending on its configuration and the specific contract, it can reach $18 to $20 million per tank. So why would nations choose the Leopard when other tanks are already extremely capable? Because modern war is no longer about who has the thickest armor or the biggest gun. It's about who sees first, decides first, and survives first. Unlike Cold War tanks designed for massive armored clashes in open fields, the Leopard 2A7 was built for 21st century warfare, dense cities, drone surveillance, precision missiles, cyber-linked battlefields, and fast-moving threats that appear and disappear in seconds. Let's compare armor. The Abrams is famous for its heavy composite armor and depleted uranium layers, making it one of the hardest tanks to kill head-on. The Challenger relies on its Dorchester armor, which is optimized for frontal protection. The K2 uses advanced composites and a lightweight design to maximize mobility. The Leopard 2A7 takes a different approach. Its armor is modular and upgradable, meaning entire sections can be replaced as new threats emerge. This allows it to adapt to new anti-tank weapons faster than older designs. The exact composition is classified, but it includes advanced composites, ceramics, and high-hardness materials designed to defeat both kinetic penetrators and shape-charge warheads. And unlike older tanks, the Leopard is built from the ground up to integrate active protection systems. While the Abrams and Challenger can be fitted with an APS, the Leopard 2A7 is optimized to work seamlessly with these systems. Radar detects incoming missiles, rockets, or drones, and countermeasures intercept them before impact, turning the tank from a passive target into an active survivor. Now compare situational awareness, where the Leopard truly pulls ahead. Older tanks rely heavily on crew coordination and limited viewing angles. The Leopard 2A7 gives its crew near-total battlefield visibility. The commander has a panoramic 360-degree sight with next-generation thermal imaging. The gunner has independent targeting systems with extreme precision. Every direction, every heat signature, every movement is tracked. This is where the Leopard becomes more than a tank. It becomes a networked command node. The Leopard 2A7 is fully integrated into digital battlefield systems. It shares live data with infantry, drones, helicopters, and other armored units. Targets detected by one unit can be destroyed by another instantly. An enemy vehicle doesn't have to be seen by the Leopard to be killed by it. That's a massive advantage over older tank doctrines where each vehicle fought mostly on its own. Compared to the Abrams, which is extremely powerful but fuel-hungry and logistics-heavy, the Leopard offers greater efficiency and endurance. Compared to the Challenger, which excels defensively but is slower to modernize, the Leopard is far more digitally flexible. And compared to the K2, which is incredibly advanced but complex and expensive to maintain, the Leopard strikes a balance between cutting-edge tech and battlefield reliability. This isn't just an incremental improvement. It's a fundamental shift in philosophy. The tank is no longer just a weapon platform. It's an information hub. It doesn't just fight the battle in front of it. It helps shape the entire battlespace for friendly forces. Imagine a drone spots an enemy position miles away, hidden behind a building. The drone relays that data directly to the Leopard's fire control system. The crew never sees the target, but they get the coordinates, aim the cannon, and fire a programmable round that detonates precisely over the enemy's head. This is the reality of networked warfare, and the Leopard 2A7 is a master of it. Now let's talk firepower. The Leopard 2A7 is armed with the Rheinmetall 120mm L55 smoothbore cannon, longer and more powerful than earlier versions. Compared to the Abrams 120mm gun, The Leopard's L-55 provides higher muzzle velocity, meaning better range and penetration. It fires some of the most advanced ammunition in the world. Kinetic energy penetrators capable of defeating modern tank armor. Programmable high-explosive rounds that can detonate above trenches, behind cover, or after penetrating walls. One shell, multiple battlefield roles. Think about the tactical flexibility that gives a commander. Instead of needing different types of vehicles for different threats, one for tanks, one for infantry, one for fortified positions, the Leopard 2A7 can handle them all with a simple change in ammunition type. While the Challenger 3 is upgrading to a similar gun, and the Abrams continues to evolve, the Leopard 2A7 already operates at this level today. And yes, every single one of those rounds costs tens of thousands of dollars. But power without mobility is useless. Despite weighing nearly 70 tons, the Leopard 2A7 remains fast and agile. Its 1,500 horsepower engine allows it to keep pace with modern, mechanized units while maintaining stability over rough terrain. Compared to the Abrams, which burns massive amounts of fuel from its gas turbine engine, the Leopard's diesel engine is easier to sustain operationally, giving it greater range and a smaller logistics footprint. Compared to the K2, which is lighter but more complex, the Leopard prioritizes reliability under real combat conditions. It can operate in Arctic cold, desert heat, and urban rubble for extended periods. Plus, its auxiliary power unit allows it to remain silent, hidden, and fully operational without starting its main engine. This is a critical advantage in an age of drone-heavy warfare, where engine noise and heat can instantly give away a tank's position. It can sit in what's called a silent watch position, observing the battlefield with its sensors running, ready to engage at a moment's notice without revealing its presence. Now comes the real reason for that enormous price tag: crew survivability. Modern armies understand something older generations didn't fully account for. A trained tank crew is more valuable than the tank itself. It takes years and millions of dollars to train a commander, gunner, loader, and driver to operate effectively as a team under extreme stress. Losing that crew is a far greater loss than losing the machine. The Leopard 2A7's ammunition is stored in isolated compartments with blowout panels. If the ammunition is hit and detonates, the force of the explosion is directed upwards and away from the crew compartment. Redundant electronic and mechanical systems ensure the tank keeps fighting even after taking significant damage. Every single design decision is focused on one goal: keeping the crew alive to fight another day. That's why countries like Germany, Norway, Denmark, Hungary, and others continue to invest in the Leopard platform instead of starting from scratch. They are buying into a proven, reliable, and constantly evolving system. Because on a modern battlefield, a single Leopard 2A7 can control territory, dominate engagements, and survive encounters that would destroy multiple older tanks. It's a force multiplier. It doesn't just add one more tank to your army. It elevates the capability of the entire unit it operates with. So when you hear that the Leopard 2A7 costs nearly $20 million, don't think of it as overpriced metal. Think of it as the cost of vision, the cost of information, the cost of precision, and above all, the cost of survival. It's not just one of the most expensive tanks ever built. It's one of the clearest examples of how modern warfare values human life over hardware. And in the end, that may be the most powerful weapon of all. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this look into the world's most advanced armor, make sure to follow for more.